Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today is day 29 of Ethany's hashtag 31 Days of Tarot 2021. Oh my gosh, we only have 2 days left in January. Wow, we're already going on into our second month of the year. That's kind of crazy. The prompt for today asks us what questions we most often ask the tarot, either of ourselves or for other readers. Okay, so before I jump in, I was just like kind of thinking, I've got some like Jay and Silent Bob vibes going on right now. I feel like Jay. But anyway, it's kind of cold. Can't even talk because my lips are cold. It's kind of cold here in San Diego right now. So, all right. Questions I most often ask. I've had a few readings from other readers, here and there, and it's usually those types of questions that I would ask another reader to read for me for is when there's something really big going on in my life and I have too much ego in it. Like I am trying to see an outcome that I'm pushing for, instead of seeing like the situation in its truth or what the outcome could possibly be based on what I'm doing right now. I would have too much on it, where I'm trying to see it a particular way, which may not be truth, and I'm trying to push it in a direction which may not be beneficial for me. And so in which case, when I got too much of my 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords going on in my brain, I do need another reader's perspective, which I think is great. I think that it's good to get other perspectives, other than your own once in a while, I mean, that's just a thing. You should do that. But as far as the questions that I ask myself, like on a daily basis, because I usually pull cards. I always do my daily draws, in the morning. So that question is always, I would like to have a message for my best and highest good as I move about today. And so sometimes the message is a little more like I'm seeing into the future, just based on my actions and my course for that day. Other times it's more just things to keep in mind throughout my day. Other questions that I ask the tarot sometimes at night is for a reflection on that day, or I have something coming up. How could I there's a goal that I want to achieve. What steps do I need to take to ensure that I reach my goal? So a lot of the questions I ask are more like what I can do. What are the steps that I can take? What are the blocks that I have? What is preventing me from, X, Y, and Z? What about a particular situation am I not seeing all the variables? So for me, the questions I always ask are always self-empowering questions. It's basically just guidance, and so when I do tarot readings for other people, that's often what I do. I mean, they'll ask me the question, but I try to phrase the answer in such a way that they personally can take steps, to achieve a certain outcome, or to basically feel like they have power in their lives, because we all have power in our lives, actually, and sometimes people just want to give that power away by saying, oh, what does the future hold for me? And then I'll just sit back and let that future unfold. Whereas I'm like, no, if you want a particular type of future, like you want this or you want that, let's see how we can manifest that shizzle, okay? So what blocks are in the way? What shadows do we have to work with? What is not serving you right now? What are some habits that, you got to really take a hard look at and be like, what, that's not going to get me to my goal. Because that's how I read for myself, and it really works for me. And so that's how I read for other people. And, that may not work for everybody, but that's fantastic because we have tons of readers in our community, and that's great, because there's a reader for somebody out there. Just like when people go and they get counseling or they seek a therapist, not every counselor, not every therapist is for everybody. Like seriously, sometimes you got to go through a few and you're like, what, I don't really connect with these people. And then you find that one where you're like, bro, or homegirl. we connect, you know, so it's like that with your tarot reader as well. But yeah, I mean, as far as questions that I ask the tarot, they're very empowering type questions. You know, what can I do? What can I do personally about this situation? You know, because sometimes there are things that I just have no control over. So I just have to focus on what I do have control over. What can I do personally to help myself through this situation? Hey, I'm going through a rough time right now. What can I do to make sure that my energy is protected and that I am continuing to give myself that love that I need through this time, and that's basically what I ask. You know, oftentimes I don't really ask the questions of like, who am I going to marry in like 10 years? Because the loves of my life, Wally and Loki. That's why. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe. And don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you have any comments or questions, hey, put that down below. I'd be more than happy to get back to you on that and answer those questions. But if you would like to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. That link is down below. I have my newsletter on my website, actually, and that goes out the first of every month, which is in a couple of days. So it has witchy DIYs, arts and crafts DIYs, crystals that I'm using, tea that I'm drinking, herbs that I'm using, channels that I'm watching, etc., etc. So if that interests you, sign up for my newsletter, absolutely free. I only hit your inbox that first of every month. I don't play the spam game, so you're not going to get any spammy goodness from me. And yeah, I have like my Leon Mystery School on my website, but also have the link down below. I have the link for my Wally's World Oracle, you know, which, yes, I created my own Oracle deck. If you want to check it out, it's down there. And yeah, and I have my Patreon, my Etsy, all that good stuff. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.